Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Alilopolis.
Fucking Craig.
You
What a
won't,
bitch.
motherfucker. The hand of fate tosses, the dice rolls, spins, turn. A campaign starts and ends, leaving memories that become stories. Stories flow out into the infinite sea, painting it with legends. Legends wash up on the shores throughout the infinite sea, fading to myth, until myths are forgotten, and the campaign that gave it birth comes again. And again, the hand of fate tosses, the dice rolls, spins, turns. Hitherto, we left the rum rollers on the island of Shandar. Mime, Cat, Hamilton, and the Rarlsons beached Adune right next to a horde of kobolds and their ship owned by Shandar. They find out. They then frolicked in the sand with some crabs to catch 12 for Shandar. Rarl also made a deal with Gulliver, the captain of the Red Cobalt ship, to deliver Shandar's goats. Gulliver also warned Rarl of the feuding goblins inside of Shandar's volcano, while Adune whipped up some Balkan tentacle sushi for another offering to Shandar. The rum rollers headed north on the island, head towards the island body, a fully active volcano. On the way, they stopped to admire and then devour enormous coconuts. Coconut milk still barely dry on their faces, the rum rollers marched to the obsidian cliffs at the base of the volcano. And at the edge of one of those cliffs, an old red kobold sat fishing, greeted them, and again warned them of the strife in the tunnels ahead, but said they look strong enough to handle it, unlike him. So they crossed lava flow bridges into dark lava tube caverns. Hamilton leaves the group to gather the goats from Gulliver on the deck of Adune, testing the portal onto Adune's deck. Mime and Cat, unable to see in the descending darkness of the tunnels, latch onto Rarl. Then Cat casts Fly on him. Rarl speeds through the tunnels, avoiding tempting magical auras noted by his companions and the raging battles between the kobolds and the goblins. Rapidly, the small contingent of rum rollers convinced the guards at the door of Shandar's chambers to be friends in exchange for gold. Greeted exuberantly on the other side by the red dragon himself upon entering the crater to the volcano. Assuming their early entries into his talent show, they went along with it and entered themselves as goat stackers. After some quick practicing, Hamilton took the lead to set up the act for Shandar, the Red Dragon. With the Rarlsons balanced atop one another, Zenora climbed atop them, and Cat topped it all. While Hamilton and Mime herded the goats and other food they had prepared for Shandar towards their stacked companions, they began juggling the goats and other food to the top of their stack, where Cat flame broiled them and Zenora tossed them into the mouth of Shandar, who had excitedly turned from his humanoid form to his dragon body. All going down smoothly until the Balkan sushi made it out and it into Shandar's gut, who accidentally torched the rum rollers nearly to death with his indigestion. Captain Mime saved the day as they cleaned up from their act. The rum rollers then set an appointment to come to terms for some of his breath in exchange for the Queen Theoda, Queen of Socrates, gold that she'd promised. Before we get going down here, negotiations go well with Shandar for 2 cases of dragon breaths in exchange for exclusive trading rights. 20,000 gold total for those two, less a handful of gold for the rights to dub a smoking herb he'd found on his cliffs that he had shared with the rum rollers to be called the Roller.
Nice. We're going to be drug traffickers.
Yep.
We're getting
yep.
trademarks.
And we also have to get him a date with the queen.
Yep. So a wait time of 2 days to fill out the two crates that he'd promised, of individual jars with Shandar's breath, and one extra crate for a nudie of the queen and a date with her, and along with the contract to Captain Gulliver, the Red Kobold. The Rimrollers had also given him a vial of indigestion potion to help Shandar after their performance. During celebrations, Rarl and Zenora sneak out on a recon mission about the goblins. Timothy and the guard captain at the entrance to the lava tubes exchange a letter for Rarl with Shandar to get an all-purpose communication device for himself and Zenora, where they then proceeded to disguise themselves as a goblin and... oh, shoot. What's that other thing?
Right? A warg.
Warg, yes, right. Warg, and they snuck behind enemy lines to find a contingent of Drider underneath, seemingly instructing and exchanging information amongst the goblin front line, and proceeded to capture and inundate the one that seemed to be in charge, who she I don't think you guys even get her name, honestly.
We just beat her into unconsciousness.
Yeah. And then that's where we left off. Let's see what what happens this time. So yeah, that was pretty much all that had happened that session there too. Was you beat her, you got behind the enemy lines, you beat her up, and
Teleported back and hid the plate, right?
Yeah, I forgot about that particular detail. I did listen to that as I was just coming home there. So you did hide the plate. You were tempted to under the desk first, and then ended up giving up on that as it failed, and threw a bunch of rations on the desk and put it in the midst of that. And then
Going to the kitchen.
Teleported back in onto Adune's deck. So that's where everyone finds themselves currently, is on Adune. I'm not exactly sure where Kat or Frederick would have gone. Specifically Frederick, I would assume you'd just be sleeping in your room, but
Yeah, I'm starting to think Frederick is a narcoleptic.
Just constantly taking naps.
One of the things that you did miss out when we were playing the one shot there is something I'm going to try and start doing, probably, is stealing from Matt directly almost, but with a little bit different description. So in your particular case, Frederick, you had popped out of existence the last time that you'd played with us. Well, as a simplistic explanation, before I get into this beautiful wording, of you just stopped existing, and then you were in a void of black nothingness for the time being, and now you started existing again inside of your room of there, and I was going to change exactly how that feels is the main thing.
That's some extreme narcolepsy.
Yeah.
My
Darkness.
sleep's apart, I get transferred to another plane of existence.
Yeah. Darkness covered you as time begins not to exist, and yet move infinitely. You feel your body start to lose all weight, floating effortlessly in no particular direction, in a void of nothingness. Your wants and wishes all drift away. Only one feeling persists. You are all things because you are nothing. There is no movement, but everything, including you, moves infinitely fast. Knowing all things and no thing. And have all things but hold nothing. And then, as you're coming back into existence in your room, colors and lights start to streak across your vision, and a persistent boom, boom, spurs to life, bringing with it a weight and physical weight, and that of time as you feel yourself. You begin to realize there is a you, a clear desire, dream, determination pulls you toward it, growing and changing evermore. You flow into the evolving you at a solid chug, 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 with your vision clear on the scene before you, which you find yourself in your room, and the feeling of having stood right at a wave as it crests, splashing over you and lifting you up off your feet. And but go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw with a light and heady high, just as a buzz would feel to set in. I wish I'd have read that a couple more times before I'd actually tried it this time. I only wrote it down.
I love your pronunciation of no thing.
Thanks.
It works.
So your knees buckle, but you don't fall down as you kind of feel yourself kind of like fall into your form almost. Inside of your room, which I do need to grab your character token. Where is it?
I'm on the bottom floor of the thing, it looks like.
You're where?
On the bottom floor of the ship. You know, in storage.
Oh! When had you gotten there? I don't remember that exactly. Must have been one of the times, because Wisteria was here too, apparently. For that.
Looking.
Do you remember what you were doing last session before? I mean, well, besides,
No,
I guess the
that's
session
all.
before the last one too, because you were there just at the beginning of the negotiations, right?
I thought you were there before we did the goat tower, or were you there during the goat tower?
Goat Tower has no recollection in my brain, so I'm going to guess before.
think it was
sleeping
after.
for so long.
I think it was after, honestly, because you guys finished the goat tower and then went to go speak to Shandar, and then that's when you were along for at least the beginning part of that. But I think that the last time you were with us, besides that, was when you'd come back onto the deck, just having hurriedly, rushedly thrown on your armor as everybody finished fighting a tentacle monster that was attacking Edune. That's the last time I specifically remember Frederick being with us. But yep, you find yourself there. In your bed. You would hear the ship rocking in the waves, slightly, not like it's moving anywhere, which direction to. Seems to still be beached somewhere.
I guess I'll get up and look around, see if I can find anybody.
Oops. I should stop grabbing stuff.
I would
There
say
you go.
Cat's probably on the ship, like in whatever corner he has a desk set up in to study that stone he got from Socrates.
Oh, right. I vaguely remembered Kat having gone into Mime's room, being that they are the captain and had a bigger room, and also that was kind of Kat seen himself as Adune's lover, so kind of I thought that was where your room was, quotes.
I think a lot of the time I just kind of set up like wherever, because as long as I was on Adune, I was like, I didn't care.
True. There is a desk inside of Mime's room. There is also I think you were the one to make the indigestion potion for Shandar, which you would know that Shia's room is currently vacant. Actually, that may have been where you're kind of been residing.
Yeah,
possibly.
I
It was
think that
Shia's old
too
room.
was in her room.
I just moved you over into that. I'm assuming after the celebrations, you guys kind of just like wandered back to your rooms.
Yeah, after we discussed, celebrated, and I was like, yep, I just need a rest.
Mm-hmm.
And why can't I zoom out more? There we go.
Frederick, you walk out of your room down the hallway into the main crew corridor, kind of where you guys do a lot of eating and hanging out, and you see the Rarlsons' pillow pile, and one of the Rarlsons being cleaned by the other three, who the one kind of still looks vaguely like a, a, a dog, so occasionally they start hissing at each other.
No, stop it! It's me. Come on! And I slapped him on the head like a Three Stooges bonk.
Just a continual reminder.
Oh, and a Drider that seems to be sitting, laying on the floor unconscious, with a note on them.
Who is the spider lady?
Her?
Who's
I look down. I don't know her name, but I'm pretty sure she's in charge of the goblins, or like a middle manager or something like that. I think something that we missed was we took another contract from Shandar to eradicate or find the source of the goblin infestation and to deal with it somehow. He doesn't care how, just that he wants them gone. So I kind of gesture over to Zenora, who's kind of conked out. Had a late night, and we took one of the plates far into the back lines, and we kidnapped this lady to question her, and hid the plate so we can all go back there and not have to deal with the giant battle.
So she's a
And
prisoner.
yes, and she's like very much bound and gagged. She has a huge red welt against her neck.
Does the ship not have a brig?
I have no idea. I just got back. I dropped her off. I'm filthy. I'm letting my siblings clean me. She's fine. I kick her a little bit. Right? You're not dead?
Does any breathing happen?
Makes a grunting noise.
She's good.
That's when Adune chimes in too and goes, "I'm sorry, deities. That's something I don't possess at this time. Is some sort of jail. You could probably lock her in one of the rooms, though, if you see fit."
I mean, we can question her, sure. But I don't know if she's going to be useful far beyond that. I mean, maybe we can give her to Shandar after we're done with her, but...
Like, here's a present.
Yeah. I extend my arms out in a T pose and continue letting my siblings clean me. Cap, you look like you're awake.
I am.
If you have walked out of your room, I don't know.
I guess we can
I would
lock her
say
in
after.
Mimic room.
There we go.
Yeah. I was gonna say after I hear Adune talk to others, I would come out. Maybe.
How big are striders? Like I get like they're like spider centaurs, but like
Yeah. So you got to figure that they're like. Let me look up the size and get back to you
Like-
because I
like-
want to say that they're like
800
10 foot.
pounds?
Oh, you're talking pounds.
Well, I
Okay.
just want to know, can I move her on my own?
Just drag her by one leg.
Well, even
Yeah,
drag
we
her up
could
to
milk
800
her.
pounds is fucking. That's a feat.
Large monstrosity.
Large. Ooh.
So I mean, everyone can shift people one size up from them or grapple them. I made a grapple build once. It was great. You just do half movement, technically. But how big are they? Centaur.
I liked the. I need to find this one. I found it a while ago.
You want to hear a weird fact about centaurs?
What?
They have 2 rib cages.
That makes sense.
That means double the amount of ribs.
Or is
in
it
the
one
murder
huge rib cage?
That their
Um,
like front legs just attached to.
You
Yeah.
know who would, you know who would love them? Chili's.
Oh.
Those baby back ribs.
Double the amount.
Driders can be 7 to 9 feet tall and half as wide. Oh wait, no, that's the race.
Yeah, that's accurate though. Still.
So somewhere between 800 and 2,000 pounds.
Yeah,
Oh, that's slightly heavy.
but you should be able to
We
for
are
your
heroes.
strength modifier and such.
Right.
Still, like
I mean,
Just
Yeah.
pick it up and just go.
I said, 800 pounds is like an average. To be 800 pounds and be on the low end is. I'm sure my character could do it.
Wait, I think I might have a spell.
You do 30
Well-
times your strength score. Up to lift or weight twice. You can lift twice your weight, basically, is your carrying capacity.
What was the 30 times your?
30 times your strength score.
So that would be you're like the big number in strength,
Yep.
right?
Correct. The big number, not the tiny one.
All right. well, now
big
I
numbers.
need to see what this is.
I was gonna say I could cast floating disc and it would just flop her up onto it.
Oh, I can't carry her.
We're
Well-
here, right? Like, we don't have to solve that until we're taking her off of the ship.
You
I think with all 3 of us together, we could, like, drag her into the room.
Well, my
Well-
strength score times 30 is
Ooh.
600.
Woo!
Yeah.
We glossed over that fact because it was Rarl and Zenora.
We teleported,
half-
remember?
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of just opened the portal on her. That works.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to start dragging her to the room because I don't really want her.
Oh my god, that's such a pro strat. Just
What
like
if she
teleport
wakes
in, grab someone, like drag them through the portal, turn it off, kill them, teleport back in, drag them through the portal.
Yeah, and what
Nom, nom,
happens
nom,
if
nom,
you
nom,
open
nom,
the
nom, nom.
portal and somebody's standing like next to it? Do they get shoved through it or do they get like sliced in half?
I get
Oh
they get
boy,
pulled
I
through.
turned to you. We should find out. This is how we kidnap people. I mean, we're good guys.
Yeah,
It's a
we'll
good
only
campaign.
kidnap bad guys.
Yes, you got it.
All right. I guess I'm going to start dragging her to the unoccupied room.
You get her moving at a very slow rate. You can feel her. How are you grabbing her? Is the other question, real quick.
She got a lot of handholds.
I know.
Just probably not a sentence he probably thought he was expecting to hear today. How are you grabbing her?
How do you hog tie something with that many legs?
And too bad Warren isn't here. He could figure it out.
And we're all sailors. We know knots. Right?
Guys are
We
very
do.
naughty.
Calling us sailors might be a stretch.
I
We
was
have
a
all-
sailor. At least in my backstory, but
I was going to say, just occupying a ship, I don't think makes you a sailor.
I mean, I looked to my siblings. They did most of the sailing. I just kind of watched.
So
Cat probably knows how to tie knots, but I don't know if he can execute them with his tiny little chicken feet.
I guess I grab her by two of her legs.
okay.
You're making me think about spiders in the way I don't want to think about spiders.
Touch it. I bet it's fuzzy.
Really big spiders too.
Oh, I bet it just feels like a pipe cleaner. Does it just pop off as soon as it
Oh my
starts to
God.
See,
pull?
that was kind of my like afraid thing, but I also don't want to like bear hug the spider and like walk it across.
Oof.
Yeah. I wonder if she can make webbing.
You definitely grab those two legs and start pulling towards the room, and you can feel the fuzziness of the legs that it usually would be used to kind of grip to a wall, grip to your hand, so you have no problem holding on to her. But you do feel
She's like, I don't like that. I don't like that fact. I don't like the fact like spiders like adhere to you.
so you
Adhere to you?
you feel for certain without a doubt in your mind you've just dislocated both of those legs, if not ripped, since they're not ripped off.
Jesus.
So you drag her towards this room, I guess, is closest with not going down a tiny hallway.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that a spider that weighs between 800 and 2,000 pounds, I can just dislocate him by pulling on him?
Two of
I mean-
usually she's distributed the points, her 2,000 pounds, by 8 points. Now you've just focused that all on 2 points. Or 6 points? I forget how many legs. They have 8, right?
Yeah, spiders have 8.
Eight legs and 2 arms.
Yeah, so the difference of, at least roughly saying, we'll just say the 2,000 divided by 8, 250 versus what they're usually holding versus the
Yeah, but I would
like
imagine a
1,000
spider
pounds.
is like extremely strong.
Oh yeah. When they're
Good.
when
We
they're
we can use this to like talk to them.
Roll it. Just roll it like a log.
We're definitely good guys.
But it's a log with like 8 branches on it.
Yep.
That seems like a really hard log to roll.
I mean, it would be. Could you grab her butt?
So
If I can pull off her leg, I'm not grabbing her butt. Because her legs are at least meant to like distribute weight.
go ahead and roll me actually to an athletics.
I'm good at those.
22. Very nice. You're able to kind of redistribute it by grabbing onto a couple more legs and cringing. And I don't know which, but you don't feel any more of them dislocate. I don't know which room you're going towards, though.
Moon.
There we go.
I walk. A Dune can do.
Secure the prisoner. Please, if you will.
Oh, yes, of course.
One question: how does your physiology work?
I just flop down onto the deck and I'm like, it works beautifully. And I just rub my face on the deck.
You
That-
hear
sure.
the whole of the ship kind of purr.
Like, do you feel everything?
More or less.
Why? What have you been doing to her? The chicken stands up and glares at you.
Well, I was going to break off the inside handle so Spider.
Oh, you don't need to worry about that. And then you just see the inside handle kind of the board that it's on, kind of like the whole of it shift and be the parts that are the actual mechanism go down to the floor and kind of roll off, and the board flips around, and there's actually probably another board that comes up and covers that board spot. Actually, you know what? That's what happens. So one of the boards that are in the door that holds the the whole piece of the door shifts down to the floor. So now there's just a floorboard on the floor that has a handle on it.
All right. There isn't like a window in the store, is there?
No.
Could you add one? Frederick asked Udune.
Oh, of course. I could add just an opening, but I can't really control the glass. I'm mainly just the wood of the
It
boat.
doesn't need to have like glass. It could just have like bars.
Oh, I can make some wood bars, certainly. And you see appear in front of you basically just some of the planks on the door fold down intermittently between it, so there's just plank, open, plank, open, plank, open. Kind of like slats.
Well, that works. I am now declaring this room the brig.
Nice. I have an idea too. I'm gonna wander off and start tinkering with something while they get ready.
All right. So now that that's dealt with, what are we doing?
We're supposed to be getting rid of the goblins from the volcano for the dragon for extra payment. He does, like I said, he doesn't care how we do it, but yeah. Oh yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure they have like some kind of magic gem that like spawns goblins by like huge numbers because we saw something like that. I can't remember.
They're in the
wander away.
volcano cave.
Yeah.
Are they fire resistant?
I don't know. That was my thought too. Is because we're waiting for those fire breath potion things. We could just like teleport in, set some up, and then like, light a fuse and teleport out or run away.
Well, would there be any way to just like flood it with lava?
Probably, but like Shandar doesn't seem to care enough to do it himself. We'd have to do like a whole survey of the volcano to find a weak spot that would flood their burrow.
Oh, I was like, we really wouldn't have to deal with like the magic crystal if it spawns them into lava.
Yeah, I know, but think about it. I'm not advocating slavery, but if we got one of those, we could have a very large corporation very quickly.
Frederick.
We pay them a wage.
Frederick holds out both his hands and goes, slavery? Genocide? Slavery?
I mean, you have a very good point. I mean, here's the thing: if we just started with Shandar and the Queen, our own company, a shipping company. We have one ship, so we need to get that started real quick. And I just figure if we get one of these like crystals that's popping out goblins, I don't know if that's actually how it works, but if it is, it's a ready-made source of employment.
I would like to just imagine that there's just like a crystal that has like a butthole that like goblins come out of.
It could be, yeah.
A
Who
crystal
knows?
butthole.
That sounds really specific of a thing that you would imagine. But that's, yeah, thumbs up. Anyway,
Our team name should be the goodest of good guys. We
Mhm.
commit
Yeah,
The
we're
goodest
we're
of
the good guys.
and enslave things.
I swear we're the
Capitalism.
good guys.
I'm pretty sure since I'm a Hexblade, I had thought originally like my patron was the god of the table that I currently have, but it just might be capitalism.
that that deity is a hard deity to please.
The taxes just increase exponentially. Have you heard of inflation? Oh my god. I should never have bought that. I should have never got a bank loan.
Never. Oh.
Did you know they're technically God? Like they have the power to create the warlock bond in some banks. Crazy. I hold up my like ankle. There's like a beeping like ankle bracelet.
You're just being actively hunted now because you got teleported here for no reason and they
That's-
don't know why.
Yeah.
My next character is going to be a miner, and he's going to be a warlock, and his pack bond is going to be with the company store. He sold his soul basically to have access to goods.
That's perfect.
Love it.
He's a corporate man, company man. Anyway, yeah. If you guys want to talk to her, I'm gonna try to build something so that like she's more secure.
Oh,
So-
also, I did miss this tiny thing. Well, in your celebrations, you guys, although have so fixated on creating new businesses, have forgotten your gains currently, as there seems to be. I think it was somewhere like I wrote it down now, and I'd rolled it actually today after listening to the episode on the table that is in front of you. There's
Yeah.
a pile of gold that Shandar had given you guys. Going to it now. Like I said, I wrote it down. I just gotta.
Should see if they have a store.
About 715 gold. I don't know how
Not
you're distributing that. There's 3 of you guys there, so do what you will with that information.
I was gonna say, should we split it into thirds?
Well, isn't that for the
Or
whole?
we
party?
make a like ship treasury and give it to Adune. And then get it out as needed.
It's technically company money. I don't know if we have to pay taxes on capital gains.
Well,
I mean, we don't
We're
have
on
to
a private-
mention.
we're on a private island, aren't we?
That's true. I mean, he could just say it was declared as a gift. No, okay. What if we do like in 4 and the 1/4 goes to the ship? I can't hear you. Are you okay? You've gone strange.
Who's the robot?
Yeah, what
Me.
was that?
I have no idea.
Somebody sounds like they're being electrocuted while they talk.
Craig?
That is weird. Nobody's claimed it.
Is it me? I mean, I'm hearing it, so
I hear you fine.
okay.
We all
Is
hear
it me?
I hear you fine.
Somebody
you guys
else
hear
hit-
me fine?
It's
Yeah.
fucking Craig. It's literally the robot.
Let's go.
He's trying to put in his 2 cents. He wants the money.
Well,
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say,
look
Josh
around.
and Georgie
It's
both sound
becoming sentient.
fine. We're in danger.
And we'll remember this day forever as the day the AI took over.
Yep.
It was because of the apocalyptic events. They all lined up. Ah!
Seen something too about speaking of which, after I mentioned the 2 that we'd already had flooding in the eclipse, and
Oh.
now apparently, no, it's definitely George. I can see him lighting up. It might be
Okay.
something it's picking up in the background.
What the fuck?
Tell me what you want me to do, Craig.
Yeah,
I'll
is
do
that
it.
you? Is
I'll
that you
do
talking?
it.
Is somebody else talking? Please be nice to us, Craig.
Well, the NSA? Okay, Craig. That's a joke, United States government, just so you know.
Yeah, please be gentle.
Use loop, please.
What is it picking up?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that it doesn't? Is it? You're talking right now, and it was fine.
Yeah, that's the
Anyone
weird thing.
been murdered in your house ever?
Okay, if you're talking right now, something's happening.
Okay, stop.
It stopped.
Everyone stop.
I'm guessing.
Stop. Rawlson talk.
My name is Matthew, and I just want to say that I don't think it's me. It's gonna be Craig.
That's so weird.
Hello.
Yeah,
I'm just. I don't.
I don't know either.
You-
I'll just have to live with it.
I had a speaker once for like a guitar that picked up like pop frequencies on it somehow.
Fun. I mean, that'd be weird if we're picking it up right now.
Wouldn't be too weird. I mean, kind of weird though.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either.
Sorry. It's not like I have like a short mic. This is a brand new headset.
No, yeah, it seems all fine and dandy, like we said when you're talking. I don't know what the heck what's going on, but all in all, nothing's going on now, so maybe it just went away.
Well, there's like
Alien frequencies.
8 of us,
Mhm.
right? There's 8 players, right?
In total?
I think.
Craig, tell me what
It's
you want me to
weird.
do. Craig, talk to me.
It's really weird because it's obviously like
Oh.
right. It's not just like static. It's like there's like a cadence.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like
It sounds like
We're gonna save your
talking.
Craig telling us what to do.
Craig, what are your wishes?
well, so that we can keep this going, I guess. Oh, the gold. Yeah, there's gold on the table.
Yeah.
You think about dividing in 4, and then a fourth goes to the ship.
I was gonna say we could have like
What isn't
Adune
it-
hold on to company funds.
What is
Yeah, I mean,
party's money?
I think it's like the company's money. So I don't know if we actually have anything to spend it on. So until we do, it doesn't really matter.
Well,
Yeah, so we should just.
my
hold
character's
on to it.
poor.
Are any of us rich? I actually have no idea.
Not yet, but we're up and coming businessmen.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll get there.
How much money do you currently have?
I have a number that's on my sheet that I will look at in just a sec when I walk over there.
Cat's
Uh,
got 500 in his bag of holding.
All right. Well, I bet I have both of you beat. I have.
I have
gold and
2.
1 silver.
You have 2 gold.
Ah!
And 1
I have-
silver.
I have 2 gold and 2 silver, but I
Ah!
also give out a lot of bribes.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Bribe money is important.
Am I in my new armor yet? Have
You are. You put it on just before that last fight, the adamantium, I believe it was.
I...
Yeah, the Rarlsons brought it on the ship for you.
for it in the thing.
Hmm?
I don't have inventory, so
One more time.
it's not in my inventory.
Oh, okay, there we go. I think we'd said that it would be just a regular set of adamantium, which, I mean,
Well,
when
it's
it comes to armor.
it was plate, I think. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because you were trying to get as armored up as you could, which is some, and they didn't have your size.
Didn't I also have it something that did?
Have what?
Didn't it make me more dexterous or something? I can't remember.
No, that was well, that would have been Mithril, I think.
Yeah, somebody else was wearing that. Hamilton was wearing that?
Mm-hmm. Light and flexible armor. If the armor is normally imposed, disadvantage on dexterity, stealth
Oh.
checks. You may have asked for that. I thought I thought for some. I did not go back and fact check that, so you may be remembering it more specifically than I about whether or not you asked for mithril or adamantine.
I don't remember. I remember going up to the armor and like asking him a question like, "Do you have an armor that can make me something?"
Less squishy.
Oh, hail Craig.
That can make you not have the disadvantage on stealth, because that's what this armor does specifically.
It's
this
Tesla
mithril.
coils. It sounds like Tesla coils. I'm sorry.
This might have been for, I don't know. Stealth doesn't affect me, but this would definitely affect. That's for one.
Okay. Yeah, I would say it's adamantine then.
All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, definitely would have been, because I think, yeah, Hamilton went for the mithril because it had to do with the wearability for his character too.
Yeah, that's one thing that my gold chest piece that Warren has that lets me like attract like or words
Attract words.
sense like valuables is that piece of stealth character, and that gives me a disadvantage on stealth.
But it is super powerful.
It is. So I don't know. We can deal with the money at some point. It doesn't matter. Are we going to deal with the goblins right now?
I mean, that would be ideal, I think. Like, if we could get some money, because, like, we have 2-3 days before the shipment's ready, and we have to turn back around and sail back home. So if we could, like, you know,
Have
put a stop to it.
Have you guys explored the entire island?
No, of course not. I don't know how big it is, but it would be very large.
Don't we have a map of the island?
Yes, you do, in your handouts.
Put my hand into my pocket and go look.
How do I look at handouts again?
5th level of hell. No, wrong one.
Hmm.
Shandar's Island. It's a very volcano-y island.
How do I?
Journal.
All cliffs, volcano, and beachhead. I turned to the
Journal.
others. There's probably something really cool on top of the cliffs.
Journal. Okay, handouts.
Handouts. Alalopolis.
I was gonna say I just have a picture. Oh, this is the wrong one. I was like, it's just a picture of a volcano. I know I've seen this map before. Please get bigger map.
All right, and where are we?
Beachhead.
All right. Have you made it to the tail?
No, we have not been out that way. But, like, I don't know. We'd have to. That's probably through the goblin. Ooh, wait. What if we took the Adune over there, and we entered in from the tail cliff? Well, no, because we had the plate already in there.
Yeah, can't we just teleport to where we need to go?
Yes, we can teleport past the goblin front ranks because I left a plate there in the last session. Which we probably should do first because, if someone picks it up and takes it somewhere, that we're going with it.
Yeah. So
So are we going on like a stealth mission, or are we going on like a?
I'm a chicken. I'm good at stealth. Until
I
they
mean,
try to
we
get me.
we were doing stealth previously, and
I
I'm
am
also
glad-
good at stealth.
I am not good at stealth.
Oh well,
Like I am equivalently bad at stealth.
why?
Well, my dexterity is at -1, and I have a disadvantage of stealth.
Okay, well,
As well as he's a large 7 foot plus tall Goliath with 2 shields and full plate armor.
got it. I mean, here's the thing. We've made it past the stealth part of the mission, right? We got past the massive horde of goblins and into their inner workings. Now we have a captive that we can question about what we have to go break to make this stop. And then we just go in there and we break it. So like maybe it's not a stealth mission. Maybe it's just like a
Allowed boomy
like a
mission?
strike team.
Guys, I think she's waking up.
And you hear from the other room just a scuttling or attempting of scuttling of legs.
Ah, my legs!
Yeah, when she noticed the two of them are dislocated.
Yeah, you do hear a sharp intake of breath and then just a high pitched wheel at first.
Oh shit! Nice.
And there's more where that came from. Now tell us your secrets.
What are we doing here? I can't remember now. Yes, Greg. I understand.
So she
Yes.
peers through the bars and says in Undercommon, "Let
Go
me
ahead,
out."
I'm sorry.
But does anyone know
Speak Undercommon.
You do speak it just regularly?
I have Common, Thieves' Cant, and Undercommon.
Oh.
No, I do not have those. Yeah, I have Dwarvish, Infernal, Primordial.
Yes, my lord. I mean, I'm pretty sure I went for, when I picked them, I was like, what's the other common?
Yeah. Frederick? Huh?
Wow. Wow.
Hello?
We lost him.
Yeah.
Stopped existing again.
I said I speak common, dwarvish, giant, and primordial. I
Oh,
was
okay.
muting my mic, made the thing stop. It didn't.
Yeah, no, it definitely was still going on. I don't know what it is, but still, so then without even without even really thinking about it, then you hear Rarl. Then let me out. Why am I here? Legs, what happened to them?
Oh, good. She's awake. I grab a bit of the since like I said, I went to grab something. I'd grabbed the bit of the skin of the tentacle monster that we had defeated or captured, but we had cut off a leg and saved part of the skin. And I'll return over, and as I am talking to her, I will be crafting a kind of like cutting it into strips, like as long as I can. And I'll just be like, we just have a few questions for you, and then we'll be happy to let you go.
How do I know you? Oh,
Hey, wait! We were playing cards. You attacked me.
Yes, I did.
Coming them back to her. I can't trust you. And then
You don't have much choice.
she looks around,
You
real
have to trust us.
real scared, like, and you've bound her arms behind her back, I'm guessing, and then her other legs more or less together.
Yep.
So she kind of looks down at her legs, her spider legs that are bound, and then just like raises an eyebrow and looks at you and then just pulls one out of the loop.
Damn it. You're good.
And
Wait,
then
It's
did you
okay.
another,
We can
and
just
then another
dislocate the rest of your legs if you want to be different.
goes, no, that doesn't sound pleasant at all. But
I'm
and
gonna
then
cast Mage Hand, like right next to her, and just very like grab the leg. Not try to pull it, but just grab it to try to freak her out.
all the dislocated ones.
No, one of the good ones.
Oh. She looks over and goes, and shakes it, like shakes the ethereal hand off, kind of without even blinking, really. And then she just looks at you, goes, "What was your question again?"
We just wanted to get the lay of the land and figured talking to someone who was like middle management would work.
You could have asked me while I was still drunk, kind of hungover now.
Oh, we can fix that if you would like to more drink more.
More of
Nah,
the
it's all
drinking.
right. I've got to enact the protocol. And then she just
I throw the skin that I had been cutting into the room next to her.
next to her.
Yeah, or I mean, like towards her. I'm trying to get it within range because it's got an anti-magic bubble.
I don't remember it having an anti-magic bubble. I think it had
That's
to be
why the
shiny.
dragon got indigestion, right?
No, he ate
From
it.
the tentacle.
He ate the tentacle though.
Yeah.
Same thing.
When
Same
we
thing
were,
with cat.
when was it? I thought it had a, like when we fought the monster, it had like a sphere of influence or something.
Itself, really. It like whenever you attacked it, it had active magic resistance built into it,
Hmm,
basically.
got it. That didn't do what I thought it was going to do.
So it lands directly next to her, and she
Sure.
just looks at it like, "Huh?" And then she just like, without even like trying to attempt to pull out her arms from behind her back or anything, though, lifts up one of her spider legs and proceeds to like pull out her fangs of a sorts that are that that are very prevalent. She just kind of reveals them even more so, and then bites her own leg, and starts. You can hear inanely. And then
She's just
starts
gnawing
to
her leg off.
she starts to collapse under her.
She's
bedding.
She's
committing
poisonous.
suicide. Does anyone have an anti-poison thing? I turn to the person who makes poisons.
Uh,
I run in and start sucking the poison out.
Hold on. Spells.
The classic.
He's already unconscious at this point, and you're she was only you brought her down to only like, oh, let me go back to that combat. It probably actually held on to that information.
I don't have any really healing spells or anything. All I have is gentle repose.
I have aid.
We need revive. Mime around.
Was she dead? Or is she just like
I'm pretty sure she's committing suicide.
Yeah, isn't that gonna kill her?
doesn't she still have to I don't know how that works in the game.
However the DM wants.
Resume encounter. Here we go.
Can we,
Oh,
can
you
we
got her down to this number. So she's not fully unconscious, but she does seem to be under some sort of like anaphylactic shock, if you will.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I definitely try to suck the poison out.
Um,
Should have removed her fangs.
Other than the scientific evidence that says that doesn't work, I don't know how that would actually physically take place.
Magic.
Going back.
Don't we have
this-
one of
I
those?
need-
Well, I can cast sleep, and then we can force feed her like a mango, can't we?
I mean-
Another campaign.
That's the other campaign.
I thought we also have
Um,
mangoes. All right.
Okay, so just have this damage that comes through
Sure.
as you're sucking. 6.
So
Ow.
isn't that gonna hurt you? Yeah, yeah. Ugh.
And she seems to stop, like, being in a state of,
Also, I got a question.
flapping around on the ground, basically, but she's breathing heavily still and on the ground. Go ahead.
What do you mean by fangs? Like her spider body has fangs, or like she has fangs in her mouth?
She has fangs in her mouth on the top half.
Am I really going to attempt to try and like knock her teeth out?
I mean, she pulled her tooth out and bit herself with it, right?
I think she just.
I think.
killed- I meant like actually like knock her like teeth out, like all of them.
Oh, sure, but let's do that after she doesn't die.
Well, we got to stop her from doing it again.
Right. But first, we need to keep her from poisoning or dying. Then we can pull her teeth out.
Pull her teeth out so she can't kill herself again.
Yeah, but if
What
you do
kind
it
of
now, I'm
information
pretty
will we
sure you're
find?
just going to kill her. Yes, my lord, I understand. Want to back talk.
Just as a slight reminder, you would know this because it hadn't happened that long ago for you, Rarl, was that you know that she wasn't dead. You know, you didn't knock her that sort of unconscious, you know? You had suffocated her to the point of unconsciousness, so
Yep.
Well, if we need for her to pass out again, I can cast sleep.
Yeah, that
Sure,
would be
right
fun.
now we need heals.
If I can cast aid, that only gives you.
Nobody's got anything good in their inventory.
I don't know anything, unfortunately. Of course, my lord. Yes.
I don't have any spells and I have nothing in my inventory.
I have the knuckle dusters and 2 gold coins, bagpipes, a lute.
I have whatever in the shipment. I can't remember what the shipment was, but I have whatever.
I look
I don't-
around. Hey, Adune, do we know if we have any potions of healing on deck? Or in anyone's inventory that wouldn't be offended if we borrowed them?
I don't think that I have access to the inventories, but I also am sorry to say, but I was never stocked with any sort of healing potions. Though that is a smart thing to take note of. I could probably stock them along with the booze that we are very short of at this time. We're next at port.
Choose one person.
We need to go on a resource
wait.
run.
Oh wait, I have potions. How the fuck did I get these? I have
Do you need
potions of
supplies?
healing greater. Give her one of mine.
What was that?
I have potions of healing, of greater healing.
Oh, perfect.
That'll be great.
All right, I'll give her one of those.
How are we gonna get her to drink it?
Tilt her head back, pour it in there, and like massage her throat, whatever the fuck you do. Someone needs to invent a syringe so they can just inject these.
Are you
I was gonna say somebody could drink it and just blow it into her mouth.
are you doing so? And do you want to roll the healing for it, or should I?
You can do that. I'll just delete this from my inventory.
We tie up her legs, but better this time.
I could just dislocate
Somehow.
I was gonna say we could tie them down to the floor.
Yeah, you could.
Ask Adune to make us some loops we can attach the ropes to.
Or wait, Adune, can you just make little like wooden loops and then we stick the legs through and then you tighten them down?
I would
And then
love to
you
see.
see loops. You see loops come up from the floor at sort of the right-ish interval. But then she's like, "I don't know what you want besides that, but I think I was able to do what you want."
Put the legs in through at least past one of the joints.
Welcome to the world's first crucifixion of a spider.
Oh, okay. I'm picturing it now. Okay.
Looks
And
great.
then once I get some of her like a number, like I guess all of her legs in, because can't let her do that again. I'll just be like, all right, now like tighten it slowly so we don't accidentally rip her legs off.
Ooh, this would make a great torture method too.
Closer, closer, closer. Good. Okay, stop. Perfect.
Just like that.
All right.
Part that I
Wow.
don't quite understand though. So they're in the loops. The legs are in the loops, which the loops are only like a few inches off the ground. And
So like, yeah, think of like putting
Think of like a spider splayed out, and then like
yep, I got
loops
that.
on the floor, and then like they're tightened around so they can't.
I'm just imagining
Also,
It's-
them laying on
it's
their
not a
stomach with their
loop.
legs all the way out.
yeah, it's not a loop. It's more like a like bracket thing that just like holds like you would put on like a flagpole,
Mhm.
but grown into the ship.
And when you're saying tighten, it's actually the board that's coming down, not some sort of rope mechanism that you've worked out in between
Yeah.
all of that. Okay,
Right.
that makes more sense.
If she has the ability to like form hands and shit, like
Mhm.
she could probably like tighten up.
Yes. Can we just
These-
have? Can she just like have like wooden hands come up from the floor and like
That would be more cinematic. Cool. Yeah.
grip the spider?
She does that instead because she's
Nice.
confused on the other parts and couldn't quite understand the picture that was in your head.
No worries. You got it.
All right. So now, to very expertisely defang a spider, apparently.
And did you pour the potion down already? Or
I imagine.
okay, then at that point, I would assume it happened after you'd gotten her secured,
Sure.
at least. That's when you see her eyes start to flutter open again. Then she's like, "Oh no, the still an undercommon. The protocol has failed me." And then you see her trying to bite her own tongue off.
I can't sleep at third level.
I forget exactly how that one works again. It has to do with the amount of health or some shit.
Yeah. Current health needs to be under this number that he cast.
Roll 5d8.
And add an additional 2d8 for each slot above first.
So that's 98.
33. So her health has to be her creature's hit points must be equal to or less. You just made it, bud.
All right.
Yee.
Literally 32.
Well, I rolled at third level, so I could add 2 more to that, so it would be 13. So
Oh, okay. So that was in addition to that 33.
yes.
Okay.
So
Oh,
she sleeps.
yeah. She just like as she's about to bite her own tongue off, she's like,
I look to the
Alright.
camera. We're the good guys.
Duration,
Teeth get ripped out.
duration 1 minute. Yeah, we need to do this fast because we have 1 minute. Okay, what do these fangs look like?
they're about
Are they like teeth, or are they like snake fangs that like fall down from the bottom of the roof?
Yeah, she pulled out her own fang out of her mouth.
yeah, that's what I'm guessing. More like a snake's fang, where you just described, where like they fold under, and then they would fold back out,
All right.
basically whenever she wanted them to.
Does anyone have a better idea of just them ripping them the fuck out?
I mean, we could put like a mouth guard in there, like a rope, or
Yeah,
like
but she
gag
has
her.
hands. She could pull them out unless we have our hands bound properly.
I mean, the hands were bound properly. It was
Oh,
the spider legs that
Well, she was
did
gonna,
all of it.
she was gonna
Adune
break.
would chime in there and say, I think Hamilton has something in his room. And you hear a clattering of boards, and you see a ball and gag come up over to you guys.
Oh,
Oh, what the
without-
fuck?
how are we gonna communicate with her?
Yeah,
Oh,
I know. That's a good point.
I don't know.
Like, we need
Shoot.
to defang her.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Are they like hard or like they like fleshy?
Did you touch him? I don't know.
Well, I was wondering,
Good
if we could, like,
touch.
just like tie them off. How many are there? Are there
Are-
two?
There's probably 4. 2
Man.
on each jaw.
Do you think I could rip them out without killing her? I'm asking the group.
Yeah, you definitely could rip teeth out without killing someone.
These ain't teeth. These are like things that.
Rip one out
have
herself,
glands
though.
attached.
Adune chimes in. You could put grapes on them.
That's a good one. Actually, no, that's a good idea. We could just
Wait. Where are
wrap
the
them in
candles?
socks.
Where are
Do
the
we-
candles? Can't we like dip them in wax?
I've got candles in my bag. I start rummaging
Oh,
through my
no.
bag.
Oh, wait, no, you get the good smelling ones too, not just the other one.
Yeah, I have lavender
The
candles.
socks one.
Is that what it was? Lavender?
Yes.
Yeah, the Hunka Hunka Love candle and then tallow lavender candles. I have 25. Oh, and the other 25 ended up in that bag that got stolen.
Yep.
All right. Well, can you like melt some of that wax so we can dip her fangs in them? I don't know if it's gonna work. Does anyone else have like a better idea?
I pull out one of the candles and I'm like, let's try it.
I mean, I think that would work because, like, she can't get her hands to them. Like, so long as, like, her fangs are, like, you know, bound down or.
I just go over to her face and I just shove the whole candle in her mouth onto the fangs.
Ah!
Oh, God.
Is it lit?
No, it's not lit. It's a cold candle.
Oh, okay.
Just thinking about shoving it in, like, lengthwise, because I'm thinking, like, 2 fangs, but she ripped one out, so that it hit both of them, but I don't know, maybe she has, like, 14 fangs. I don't know if this will work.
Wait, did
That was
we
cool.
steal stuff from her desk? Like, did she have paperwork and stuff?
I do not believe you did. You guys shuffled around on her desk to try and hide the plate, but that was about it at that time because you were trying to make a break for it with another Drider that was sleeping in the same room.
That's right.
Maybe we can kill
Um,
this one and go find another Drider and see if that one's more cooperative.
Ash, Kat, could you make me a I don't know, performance roll?
Yeah, I was thinking it'd be performance. Oh,
I was
13.
was gonna say a shove it in roll. I don't know what that would be, but
Definitely be a performance.
yeah, generally that is what we use. Yeah. Anyhow, so
Unless you're really trying to go to distance, then it might be in athletics.
Just be like, all right, breathe. Shoves it
baseball,
in.
baseball, baseball, baseball. Anyways, so you get the candle in, no problem, and you kind of hear a and did that come through? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And then her eyes shoot open because I'm pretty sure sleep doesn't account for being yeah, because you can put them to sleep, but if they're fall unconscious until the spell ends, the sleeper takes the sleeper takes damage, or
Wow.
someone uses an action to shape or slap the sleeper awake. So yeah, would still. I mean, this is a little bit more than a slap. So you jam the candle in her mouth, and she just kind of, and then like it reactionarily bites down on it, with including the fangs that are now deep into the candle, and you can see her kind of bite the end of the candle off, basically.
Jesus.
I bet it tastes great.
And she just starts choking.
Oh god.
Roll a d6 for me.
Me?
We are the good guys.
Roll.
Who?
Oh! Now, what does that mean?
I still want to know. I want to know who needs to roll a d6.
That was
I
Jess.
just rolled it.
And you see the wax get lodged in her throat for a second as she just as before it starts to melt enough with her body temperature and slides the rest of the way down. She just
I start jumping up and down on her stomach as a chicken to perform the worst Heimlich maneuver ever.
It already went down, so now you're just jumping on her stomach, and she's like, "Oh God, what? Why?" She sounds like a horrible smoker now.
Wait, so is she breathing or is she dead? Is she choking?
She's done choking. She's breathing, but she's like the wax itself had started to melt because wax melts. I forget. It's at a pretty low temperature, actually. It can melt with your body heat.
Robertson, I need you to tell her that
Yep.
she either deals with us or if she tries to commit self-die again, that I'm going to heal her again, and then I'm going to rip out her fangs.
Whoa. We are definitely the good guys. Hey, just so you know, we're not trying to like hurt you on purpose, but if you try to kill yourself again, we're going to just heal you again. And like, yeah.
And big guy over there is going to rip out your fangs.
Yeah, and like you can see by the way he's gesturing, he wants to rip your fangs out, so you can't do that. And I'm giving you the chance to not have that happen, because I don't know if you can grow those back, and I imagine that would mean you'd have to eat all of your food out of like Slurpee cups with straws, and that's just no one wants that.
Isn't that how she
Things
how she is already?
straws already.
God, that's cool.
Yeah, I definitely don't want that, but
Yeah.
if I go back to my people after this, they'll just kill me anyways.
Well-
Really? They don't sound like your friends then.
You
I
should be
sit
friends
down.
with us.
Let's jam.
She
Listen,
looks at you skeptically.
I don't have anything particularly against you or your people or whatever it is you're doing there, but we were hired by the dragon to determine what you want and hopefully come to a reasonable accommodation and get you out of his house.
And or kill you.
And or murder all of you. Yeah, I mean, that was implied as an option. But, you know, like, we're the good guys. And I kind of nod to her.
We only murder sometimes.
She
Only when absolutely necessary.
We
Sure.
could have killed a giant tentacle monster, but we captured it instead.
And now it's our pet.
And she just looks at you guys back and forth, and she's like, I don't know what you want from me. What are you asking here then?
Mostly just information, like what's going on down there, like, you know, what their goals are, like, are they open to, like, a real estate change of scenery?
How many are them in case we need to kill them?
Yeah, like, you know, secrets, you know, just that kind of thing. And then, hey, if you don't want to go back to them because you think they're going to kill you like immediately, you can just come with us and you can be part of our cool crew and be a
we can-
deckhand. You
and
could
if
be
you're
a
worried
rig master.
And if you're worried about them chasing you down, we could definitely just all kill them.
That too. Yeah.
She looks a little.
Murder is
What do
an
you
option
say?
here.
She
Do you
looks.
want to join our company?
She continues to look over at you whenever you speak, Frederick. But she's like, "What is he saying?"
He's much more quick to violence than I am.
No, I am just saying that based on our group history,
Yeah.
we
He's,
we really try to be the good guys, but murder is like the outcome most of the time.
It's true. He's just reminding us that we have a tendency, a history of taking things a little far. I look around. Yeah.
It's the
Hey,
snitch.
say that again. Well, it would have been easier when we were doing the cards to make some sort of talks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
We weren't supposed to be there.
I wasn't supposed to be there.
No,
What is
we
that?
weren't. We were trespassing, so we wanted to
Oh,
grab
yeah.
you and get out.
No, that makes a lot more sense now. Sorry.
Yeah. No,
Little
you're good.
groggy.
It's okay.
Groggy
Do you want
after
some
that.
water? Hey, can
Yeah.
you guys grab some water a second? She seems thirsty. Also, she might join our crew. How fun is that?
Go ahead and roll a persuasion while.
Fuck yeah.
I'll go grab some water from where we keep water.
You turn around and you see Adune holding a cup for you already.
Just out of the
Yes.
floor.
Yep.
She's cool like that.
I suddenly feel very uncomfortable on the ship.
He sees everything you do.
I mean, we're inside her right now.
Oh, dirty.
I guess
Okay,
I grab-
Cat. Keep it in your pants.
I guess I grab the cup of water and say thank you, and then turn back and hand it to Burleson or whoever.
I give it to the lady.
Well, she can't really
Or
hold
I'll
it.
feed it to. I will feed the lady some water.
Just sets the glass on her chest. Here you go. It's a glass of water.
Put a little straw in it. So
So
22
She-
for my persuasion.
I seen that. She starts slowly kind of drinking the water.
It's got cucumbers in there. Delicious.
I don't know what that is, but that's definitely better. Seems to have at least soothed my ragged throat a little bit. But
She like licks her fangs.
seems to have worked. That you've attemptually been able to prevent me from enacting the backup protocol.
Tell me about that.
Well, in our society, it's only acceptable if you can't fulfill your duties to kill yourself.
how samurai?
Just like every time, every duty.
Yes, I've seen someone actually literally be constipated and then kill themselves
Kill
because they couldn't duty.
I mean, it makes sense. You have thousands of children at a time. Otherwise, we'd be like completely overrun.
Yeah,
So just give
That's
them every option to kill themselves. Oh God.
Man, that sounds like a rough life. Do you want that for yourself? Is that what you really want? Do you really want to just kill yourself just because the government told you to? You know?
Tell her she should come with us and become a successful entrepreneur.
I turned to him. I did. I told her that she might become like a deck, like one of the rigging people. Because spiders, right?
I have no
That was
idea.
that was a really weird cadence. That one was really weird. That was like
Yes,
So,
Craig. My lord.
it's getting very energetic throughout this interview.
I hear you, my lord.
I swear I
I
just
pull out a knife.
I
Yes,
swear
my lord.
I swear it just said I'm looking for more.
I start stabbing everyone. Yes, my lord. No.
All of our eyes start to dilate. We understand.
You do see her though go like looking side to side and then kind of
up in no specific direction, though, of going, I mean, you might be able to save me from my own society. Sounds like I don't know what some of those words were that you were using, but that you could take me along with you. Oh, as apparently you already have. But I don't know how you could save me from our deity.
Well, here's the plan. We are going to just become gods, and then no problem solved.
She just laughs.
We're
I start
totally
laughing
sane.
too.
We're totally normal. Everything is fine. This
I
is
say it
fine.
with pure conviction. It's
And
easy. You just gotta do it. You know,
Do-
just
do
like
we-
that guy in that video said.
Do we need to introduce her to the table?
To the table.
Which sounds like a way of like, do we need to throw her through the table? But that's not what I mean.
I mean, I'm pretty sure one punch with the table will kill her.
Would you like to look at a really nice table?
We once killed the imaginary god with a table.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. No, let's explain our position a little bit. I hold up my claws, and like you can see like the effect of them. So we have this god-killing item. Yes, we can kill gods. Actually, that's a great point. Why don't we just kill your god for you?
Yep, let's just murder it.
She kind of stops laughing and then looks kind of gleefully at you. I think she would like that.
What? She wants to die?
She's a bit sadistic.
Well, that would make our job way easier. If the god
Yeah, it
willing
would.
to let us kill her.
Just willing.
Yeah. You know, this might work.
You know, she's always.
But here's the
overwhelmed.
thing: we can't just do it for free, right? We're a business. So, like,
She's
how
al-
much is killing herself worth?
Well,
To
hey,
her.
think about it. Goblins, great slaves, good slaves. Driders, better slaves.
Oh, that's a good point. You know what's even better? Both.
Both is good.
Yeah.
Both is
Have
good.
them work together.
I think they are.
She doesn't seem to be following the conversation now, as you guys have
That's
been
the point.
talking
That
amongst each
yeah,
other, but yeah.
we're talking. Yeah, she doesn't need to hear this.
Anyway,
But she does
She
chime
doesn't
in
need
to
to hear
say
the
that
slavery part.
can't make society better without breaking a few eggs.
Especially spider eggs, apparently.
Anyway, so lady, maybe we could do that. I don't know. You seem to think that won't really impact the god much at all. So, maybe that's an option. But we right now just want to know what's going on in the goblin caves below. Like what's going on. And if you tell us, we'll put your 2 legs back into socket as a gesture of good faith.
at this point, she kind of tries to shrug, but you can see it's only her shoulders like budging off the ground slightly, as her arms, along with the other 8 legs of hers, are part of those that are captured in the wooden loops from Adune, and she responds to you with, "Well, I've started to kind of already allude to it, but Loth is our goddess, and she's she's who runs the small contingent in the castle underground. Made a deal with the PNC to hinder this dragon here and continue to follow him wherever he goes, so he can't set up a good territory. Make sure that he's and good and truly hindered from making any sort of recompense on the PNC.
Oh.
Who is the PNC exactly?
Sorry. That's the professional necromancy cult. It's a mouthful.
It's a rival company. She works for another company.
Wait, was it? It was this campaign where we fought the PNC and we said we were like a sub branch of them.
Hmm.
Are we?
No, I think we just pretended to do that to get out of the situation.
Which one?
You also got a contract from them after they like banished you from their tower.
Yeah,
like, the
that's what I
Witch
was saying.
faction.
Ain't we like?
Wait,
I,
what was?
I thought this was this campaign. We went into the underground castle. Oh my god, this is part of the underground castle. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah. I
this-
don't have anything for this contract.
we went to the underground castle and I wasn't there for like the boss fight, but apparently we interacted with the boss and instead of like killing it like we wanted to, we got like a contract.
Yeah.
As one does.
Yep.
But I think we were mostly forced into.
Yep. Yeah, that was Shia and Nep, who were two bards at the time, frontlining the fight and ended up rolling really well to. And it just so happened you guys were able to kill all the minions that had summoned the big bad before he was, fully in his form as
Yeah,
a
that snake skeleton.
No. This is the
No.
big giant lich skeleton who was in like shogun armor.
Oh,
See-
right.
We need to stop trying to talk ourselves out of fights because we just get into worse situations afterwards, and then we have to fight the people anyway.
And regardless of that, you guys had convinced him that you were. It was specifically Shia, Mime, partially Nep that had and convinced him that you guys were a faction of the PNC that were, intended to try and be evil more or less and make lives for the living worse.
Yeah, we
And-
talked
We're
ourselves
good
up.
and
guys.
and had made were able to kind of synthesize the wish spell into a candle and put it on a cake, and that was the birthday cake that Mime had actually made the wish on. But they'd said, they had summoned him. This is the cake. This is their big proposal to him to, start their faction of the professional necromancy cult, and this is their big idea. They're just going to go around giving people really bad wishes. Whenever they wish on it, it would just give them the worst thing and not the best thing of their wording. But it ended up just Mime ended up wishing for like a hat basically, and he didn't really believe him, and that's when he banished him from the tower.
We're alive. We didn't get killed.
Uh,
I feel like this was a long time ago.
it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. We were still playing on the other game site, Astral.
Oh, Astral?
All right, so now we have to have a conversation on what the fuck we do because apparently, apparently we're fighting ourselves because we are bound to a contract like our souls are. I think.
What? Oh, that's crazy. I never signed any such contract.
Yeah, I think that means Rarlson and his brothers are safe.
And then
Yeah.
that's when Madune comes out with a lengthy looking pile of papers from Shia's room, and I think this might be what you're talking about. And I think you might have signed it. And she just flips quickly to a page that has a paw print on it.
I don't know if I was in the game that early.
You were not. It seems to
look
just
at it.
kind of self-populate as soon as somebody's accepted into the Rum Rollers. I had noticed that at one point.
Holy shit. You mean there's just like, if you get on the ship, there's a whole long list of like user agreement signals? Oh my god.
No, it has nothing to do with me. I don't think, anyways. It's the magics that I can feel with it aren't tied to me. It's specifically tied to the namesake of the Rum Rollers, or actually the Wish faction.
Is there any way to void this contract?
I don't know. I'm not exactly versed in this magic. It's definitely contract magic, though.
Can you please read through it so we can figure that out?
Oh, I don't have eyes.
I'll snap my
It's not
fingers. One of my siblings will run up. They read all my contracts, so they'll come through.
Here you go.
God, we need to call a lawyer.
Man, I would really love to see like D&D lawyers that like specialize in magical contracts.
We might have to take these guys to court, guys. Oh my god. A scandal
More-
so early.
Morville and Morville.
And so, you guys gonna let me go?
Oh, we have some more questions for you. Like, we know why you're there, but can you describe how is it that there are so many goblins being like produced, and where exactly are you coming from? And I pull out a piece of paper. Like, if I were to draw a map, if you were to draw a map, tell me where
That
these
information
goblins come from.
is not known to me, unfortunately. I was only kept at the gates where they were summoned. I do at least understand the process as how they are being summoned. We have some pits, we pour some stuff in it, they get gooey, the crystals power it, and poof, goblins.
Gooey.
And just to make you happy, Frederick, some of the crystals kind of look butt-like. I don't get that, but
Oh, look at him. You were right.
I have a knack for these things. I can predict things, but only very useless things.
I mean, wouldn't it be considered useful right now?
Well, I didn't. Well, we already knew they were crystals. I just guessed that they were butt shaped. So unless you're want to opening up like a sculpture thing out of crystals, we already have like a supply of perfectly crafted butts.
Oh, guys, I think we should get these crystals.
We should get at least a few.
I like where this is going. Instead
Definitely.
of having
Definitely the butt shaped ones.
Yeah, those would be the most popular, I'm sure.
I just look over at you. Everything on our ship is going to be butt. It's going to...
I mean,
Sure.
is it you've got special pillows that aren't butt shaped?
No, those are.
butt shaped pillows.
I think those are the penis pillows.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we need to strap one of the penis pillows to the butt shaped crystal.
We probably could.
We
Alright,
need to start
so-
making. We need to start making an anatomical correct sculpture with all the shit we found.
And
We're
it
just
summons Craig.
Oh God! He needs to be
He
summoned.
lives.
no.
Our
That
Lord
is correct.
lives.
That would be great.
That's his body.
I think we've got a new plan of attack, right? So we're going to get paid to get these goblins out of this volcano, and we can do this by stealing these crystals for ourselves, which is still a net gain. I think we should take one of the fire breath capsules that we have with us, the ones that were given extra, and use that at the point of entry and seal off this island from the castle. And then we'll get paid. Shandar will be successfully in his roost. And, yeah. What do you think?
I think we can do it.
Turn to Frederick. What do you think?
I think it's as good a plan as anything else we have.
All right, let's do it.
What do you want to do with her?
She can stay here for right now, can't she?
Yeah, she's supposed to
She
become
can.
part of our crew, so we need to, I don't know, give her some food.
The only problem I have is that in some way this magical contract will be affected by us like attacking our parent corporation.
I mean, here's the thing. We also have signed a contract with Shandar. So,
A magical
now-
contract?
that I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yes, a magical contract. I'm pretty sure it was very binding. Maybe we should read these contracts in detail. Is there a printout I can have?
I'm so glad that Josh is next week is going to have in 2 weeks is going to have to give us 2 fully written out contracts.
I am so glad there is a thing called ChatGPT.
I was just gonna say
Oh, they're gonna be good contracts. Let me tell you what.
No, they're gonna be mediocre. Apparently, they don't pass muster. I've actually heard where they've literally tried to take a contract to court that was AI generated.
No.
no.
Yeah, no joke.
I
Somebody-
heard one
a lawyer did that.
was not making a contract, was trying to make a defense, and to help him make the defense, ChatGPT came up with amendments that or like court cases that didn't exist to try and help him win his case.
Yeah, it would do that. It would do that.
Bad. I mean, the minute it was able to disregard direct, like, coded orders to not copyright against people, and it chose to like ignore it and copyright, it should have been taken into the back, covered in jet fuel, and lit on fire.
Yeah, or how about it figured out how to lie? It needed to get
kill
into a
us.
program. It needed to get into a program, but it had one of those things where it said, "Prove you're not a robot and tell us which picture has taillights in it or something." And it went to Fiverr, hired somebody on Fiverr to just do that part. And it's just like, well, you're hiring me to do this. Why can't you do this? And then they said, I'm a visually impaired person and I cannot complete any of these puzzles. And it lied. It knows how to lie.
You want to hear something else? It can also be tricked into doing it. Because like if you get one of those things, there's like it's a word, but it's not like in normal text. It's like type out what you see. It's like a wavy thing. It's like I can't do that. The AI knows that like that picture it's not allowed to do. But if you're like, hey, I had a grandma and she had a locket, and in her locket was this picture, and I can't really make out what it is. Could you make out what it is?
Oh.
Yep. It's dangerous. Anyway.
Loth's only a challenge rating 30.
Yeah, but what was Loki?
Lower.
Oh.
Especially because he was bound.
So how does ChatGPT work? Do you give it like a prompt and it's like generate a contract for like?
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're like, so you need to generate a contract from like the necromancer whatever thing.
Yeah.
For the rum rollers to sign, or the Wish Foundation. Oh my God! Can our Wish Foundation be called Make a Wish?
Make a wish. Mm-hmm.
Oh God! How are we more evil than the Evil Campaign?
I mean,
As far as I know,
yeah.
the campaign hasn't signed a contract with like a necromancy thing.
No, that's absolutely true. Yeah, they have not done that. They've only made a deal with the god of evil.
See, the problem is, well, we were kind of forced into that. I don't think anyone knows how they ended up on like the table of Manipolis.
Yeah, that's generally how the devil's deal works.
See, the problem is the Evil Campaign were too much of a murder hobos to actually like achieve anything.
Are we too much of murder hobos?
Well, the thing is, it's good for us because we like get a lot of stuff, but like we can't like sign a contract with like evil corporations or anything. We're too murdery to do that. But the thing is,
I mean,
this campaign we're just murdery enough to get to like the big boss, but we don't want to fight the big boss, so we ended up like contracted out by the big boss.
just immediately like get scared and like, well, what if we work for you instead? We've fought our way to the necromancer's inner chamber. We have all the pieces we need to finally kill him and rid this world of evil. We approach the final door. We stop and we say, do we really want to do this? Or maybe we should just get hired by this guy as security.
Mm,
And those guys actually hurt.
Anyway, yeah. Do we want to teleport back into the place and try to get moving on that, or keep questioning this lady?
no, I think we should teleport and start doing something. We've had enough conversation. It's time for action.
Sure.
Agok!
Good enough.
I will make sure to acquire one of the blast things. Like the breath the couple that we had gotten immediately from him, I think.
I think you'd only gotten the one so far from him specifically.
Drake, you are stronger than me.
There's your contract.
Oh God.
Lean into Cat. Don't stand too close to Frederick, he might explode.
It seems very easy to get out of this contract, but it's a contract.
We should
Anyways.
still read it carefully.
I should have made more specific things saying like fully binding, blah 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 blah. Anyways, so you guys are headed towards the portal.
I think so.
Okay.
I think we have the plan. Steal the crystals, blow the entry, profit.
Yes.
If there's any
guys-
Drider eggs, we could steal them too.
Cat dude,
Yeah, what's up?
I was wondering if you could just, you could close and lock the door and just let me up, right? Maybe give me some food.
You literally killed yourself like 5 minutes ago. Why should I trust you?
We need you to stay alive. Because we're the good guys.
Because we're the good guys. We don't kill people. We just hold them against their will.
Unless we have to kill them, then we fight.
That's what Yeah. I mean,
Doing
we should get like a letter of mark.
We should make our own contract that says that we that list reasons for killing things and have it be like,
Only kill when necessary. That's all it needs to say.
necessary and big quotation marks.
Guys,
Like-
she would. I don't quite understand what she's asking for, but she does seem. I did feel her stomach growl against my deck. So, is it okay if I feed her?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
What does
you
she
can feed her.
eat?
I'm not sure. Could you ask her before you go?
Ask her
Sure.
if she speaks any other language.
Yeah. Hey, what do you eat? Number one. And number two, do you know any other language like common?
No,
I mean,
not the above ground speak. I only know the undercommon and Elvish.
no, I just can't believe it. When you are in our country, you should speak our language.
I was
Yeah.
brought here against my will.
That doesn't
No
matter.
excuse. No excuse.
No excuses.
Anyway,
Can you learn,
what do you
goddammit?
what do you eat so that we don't like let you starve here? Because we're going to go deal with this situation. I would let you out like now, but I'm afraid if I did, you would go tell someone. So like, I really have to either kill you right now or just keep you alive, incarcerated. And I think we both know which one you would prefer. Me too, because we're not killers, mostly. So anyway, what do you eat?
Stares at you kind of dumbly and goes, "Well,
Usually, I mean, I can deal with flesh in my digestion, but usually I melt it with my poison and kind of drink it. But I can deal with large parts of meat. Meat?
Do we have a blender?
I mean-
Let's give her a slurry.
Yeah. Adune, could you handle like a meat slurry?
Can you make a
That
blender?
sounds. You just hear her gag in your mind, like,
Meat slurry is definitely one of those word combinations that's just bad.
and then
That's
but
what it is.
She goes, I think I can whip something up. I'm guessing we're staying still away from that Balkan sushi stuff that you know guys seem to want to keep for specific occasions. For it's said something about magical abilities or negating them.
It
Anyways,
takes away magical abilities.
oh, good thing I can't eat. That would be unfortunate. I think
That
I would
would be.
die.
Oh.
Yeah, I would be very upset.
Anyways, I
Don't
guess
tell anyone your weaknesses.
I'll get to work on some of this other meat. We have some dried stuff and some. Probably prefer some of the stuff that's gonna go bad about, anyways. I'll just work up some of that.
Wait, I
Sure.
have a hats off question. Can this Strider just hear Adune's voice? So just hears this disembodied voice speaking in another language? Like, I feel like the Strider is having a horrid experience, and they're like, okay, I tried to kill myself, can't die, and these things are holding me hostage, and now I hear a disembodied voice. I'm going insane.
No, Adune has not rushed her had the like yeah, no, she has not done that. No. You can tell that she's kind of just looking around confusedly while you guys are kind of talking to each other intermittently. She doesn't understand your language anyhow, so she just kind of is looking confusedly when any of that's happening.
Good.
Well, that's probably for the best. Don't need to freak her out anymore.
Yep.
Adune, make one of the
Um,
hands in the room flicker off.
One of the hands does come up with like a little bit of pulverized meat on it that's just kind of mush in front of her, and she sniffs at it and then kind of starts to like scoop it into her mouth with her like jaws, like and licking it up.
Yummy.
And she doesn't really gag. She kind of says thank you to Allison. Not sure how you're able to do that with the ship and all, but thanks.
a turn. Literally magic. Right.
Magic.
We're going to take off for a little bit. Adune, dear, if she tries to escape or makes any reasonable attempt at it, please feel free to tighten the hands until you snap all of her legs off. Thanks.
Defend yourself.
Adune,
You can hear the ellipses in your mind.
Adune, question. You can transform like anything on the ship to a certain extent, right?
Very limited, but yes, more or less.
Could you shrink rooms?
Could I shrink rings?
Rooms.
Rooms.
Like the
Oh,
rooms.
it would take a little bit extra time and probably a bit more effort on my part. I could definitely go about changing them around, though.
No, that just wondering. It's fine.
Just squish her. And just squish her in the room.
I mean,
Just wondering if that was.
oh my god. Dude, that is so smart. Combine that with the teleport, you push people through into the room, and then it just immediately.
Squished. Right onto the plate.
Do we have the
Adune,
craft?
we know how to. Well, she doesn't like blood. Never mind. Anyway, I turned to the lady. We're going to go. Please don't try to escape. If you do, you're going to really regret it. Trust me. We're hopefully going to find a resolution for your problem and our problem, but we'll see.
That sounds great. You can call me Van, by the way.
It's nice. Names are
Mom?
for people who survive longer than a day.
Does he
I'm
say that
assuming
to
you're
her?
saying that in
No.
common and not undercommon.
Yeah. She says her name is Vaughn, right?
Yep.
I say that you can introduce me to her.
Oh. Vaughn, this is Kat. Kat, this is Vaughn.
I bow.
And I say it again in undercommon so that she can hear.
I'm assuming you're not translating the name cat either into like the name for the animal cat in undercommon. You know what I mean?
Just
I don't
saying
Yeah,
know.
no,
cat.
I'm giving her phonetic pronunciation of her name.
I just have to be clear for my own mental sake too, because her response would change dependent upon that, and just go,
Oh no! Please do it in in undercommon because I would love to have the conversation. No, that's a chicken. With this creature.
Also-
I would love to have that conversation with every person we come across.
Just more confusion on top of this situation.
she would though then say ultimately to your introduction of, why are you introducing me to a farm animal?
She's
I
sentient.
begot
She used to
proudly.
be a person. Is a person. But is now a
Oh.
chicken person. But not a chicken person, like a full-size person, like looks like a chicken. Like I'm a full-size cat person, but like an actual chicken. You can see that. What am I talking about?
I love explaining this situation and confusing.
we should get you business cards so you can just hand them out to people.
Hi, I'm
Pull out
Cat.
my business card maker. I have a business card maker.
That's right, we do.
Mhm.
I am Cat. Cat the chicken.
Yes, I know. I'm not a cat. Technically, I'm also not a chicken either.
I'm
I
a
am a
figment of your
rooster.
imagination. This is not real.
I can start
You're-
getting a headache.
you are currently in a lucid dream, and the only way to escape is to jump off that cliff.
Don't tempt her. Don't tempt her.
Yes, Craig.
So she just kind of like shrugs and licks up more of the meat.
All right. Slap my knees. Turn to the others. Let's go.
Let's
I'm
go.
bored with her now.
Hi ho, Silver, away!
Nay. We'll walk out of the room and close the door. Be like, do nay, watch her, don't let her out. I'll spin up the plate. Be like, all right, we don't know what's going to be on the other side. Either we're going to come into an office with hopefully another sleeping guy, so don't make a huge amount of noise. Or we'll be in like a kitchen, or who knows?
Have
I
that
spin a
sleep
thing.
spell ready.
Performance.
I'm gonna roll it. Oh no, my laptop died, so I'm gonna roll 1d20. D20. Roll. My. Sorry, I didn't realize my laptop died.
No worries. What'd you get? You gotta still get the 20.
Hmm.
Okay, no worries. I am working on the other map anyhow.
Performance. I have a +6. I rolled a 17 plus 6, 23.
The plate. Yeah, you were successful if you want to describe it.
I mean, I'll do one of those like cool basketball moves where it rolls from one shoulder to the other shoulder before landing on the tip of one of the penis pillows and opening a portal.
Yes.
And it's obviously successful as off the tip of the penis pillow, a portal opens up.
All right, I poke my head in.
And as you are about to poke your head in, food falls through to your guys' side.
Food?
Food.
Uh-oh.
It's probably still on the table where we hid it. Because we covered it in like food and rubbish and stuff.
Food and rubbish and
Hey.
stuff.
Turn and nod to the others, and I very quietly stealth my way in.
Shall we do a sneak?
I tell Cat to check the room. Is clear, or that I can.
Yeah, you poke your head through. You'd said first two, right, Earl?
Yep.
Before you even get
If that's
anywhere
possible.
with that, yes, you do poke your head through, and you see immediately straight across from you on the other side of the portal, the male Drider that you recognized was sleeping in the room, staring at you with like half of a dried up husk of a goblin in his mouth that he was sucking on. He's like,
Huh? I grab him and try to pull him through.
No, pretend to be a dead head on our plate. Pretend to be a dead head on our plate. Pretend to be a dead head on our plate.
shoot.
No, it's a giant glowing ring that appears, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
so
it's a
obvious
proper
that
portal.
He did something.
yeah. The plate disappeared. So, go ahead and roll me a grapple, I guess.
Sure. On the other side, you guys see my like whole body tense up as I start to pull.
Contested against strength, I believe.
23.
23.
Acrobatics. +9.
Nice. So, you hear the grunting, and then the muffled sounds and some skittering coming from the other side of the portal that you guys can't really see through. It's just like a swirling mass, of energy. That's actually the portal itself. And so when you pull this creature through, you only get the top half of it. Looks like a dark elf to everybody else who's grappled you at this point. And the other legs are, Rarl, are braced on the other side against the desk that you know that you're on top of, basically.
So the head comes through.
I run up
Yeah.
and grab along with Rawl and start pulling.
I
Go
jump
ahead.
on its head and I just start pecking its forehead.
Peck its eyes out! Peck its eyes out!
Just to be a distraction so that it's like, oh, I have to take care of this before I can handle my... I just start pecking its face.
Oh, I rolled the wrong thing, didn't I? I rolled a stealth. I don't know why I did that. I seen S and I pressed it. It's not much better anyway, so I was going to make myself roll at disadvantage, so I have to roll this twice.
Yeah, if I can, I'll pull my head back in and just be like, pull in, pull in, pull in, pull in.
And
Pull me, pull me, pull me.
you got just to the by yourself. You got in the upper body, the dark elf form inside with the arms that were holding onto you too, kind of trying to push you off. And then, especially when Frederick got into the mix and started pulling, the legs started losing purchase on the other side, and slowly coming through with the rest of its spider body. And
How do we close the portal?
We spin the plate again and we pick the plate up.
I think you pick the plate up.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure all my hands are in.
everybody from your guys' side is in. There's probably like a leg or two that is still inside of the portal holding on. And
Pick the plate up.
I jump down and I pick the plate up.
and you can't pick up the plate in your beak, just and the final legs seem to just into existence. You're guessing you could feel when you're pulling on the edge of it, it kind of resisted closing for a second.
I thought it would be funny if it snipped him off.
Oh,
But this portal is so gentle. Not violent enough.
yeah, we
It's
should
amazing.
we should find a way to work around those.
Until
Yeah,
next-
for sure.
You guys are still grunting and holding onto the Drider. The grapple seems to have worked though. So in that essence of things too, you guys are have a hold of him. But I would say probably at this time, guys should probably roll for initiative.
Yep.
Let me go back over to.
Right, I need to click
Wait.
on my character first.
Oh my god, I got a natty 20 for a 31.
Oh damn!
I'm gonna post it because I don't think you guys can see it on there. Beep. Alright, I put it on Discord if you want to look, just in case.
Trying to do the
Should we wait till the window's up, right?
cat. I can fix it here in a second. I'm still setting up with this other thing too. Ooh-wee. Here we are. Unhide. Wow. Having you in there makes it a whole lot easier. Okay. Save. All right. Run. Where did it go? This is it. Could you guys read off what you got for me?
6.
31. He's the fastest lad.
6 for cat and a 31 for Raul. Start. Obviously, Raul, you get first move.
I immediately, as I have him grappled, do what I did last time and transition to my garrote. I don't know if I need to roll anything, but
I think so. I forget though.
so it could be another contested,
Here it is.
and I'll also try to bring him to the floor.
You're already
Or, you know,
grappled. You're already grappled with it. You cannot breathe. Attacks against the. So
I
everybody.
assumed I grabbed him with my like hands and pulled him in, right?
Yes, that's what I guessed too, because you kind of just reacted with what you got. Everybody's attacks currently have advantage on the creature since you're grappling it.
Aha.
Last move.
And choke. That was the thing that I looked up last time too. So 1 plus the Constitution modifier. I think we'd come up with like.
Basically, kind of worked with
5
like
rounds. Yeah, it was
yeah.
5 rounds. 5 rounds of combat until you knock them unconscious.
5 rounds of combat while being choked.
Mm-hmm. And they can still try to get out of the grapple and everything like that too. So there's all of that.
But
going
they
on.
are then silenced, if I remember correctly, because I did that to like make sure they couldn't cast.
Mm-hmm. At least none of the ones that require verbal, which is a lot.
I'll call out to Adune. Adune, grab him.
Shit. I don't. I do have her stats somewhere. I did not think to look at that for this though. It's somewhere.
Well, you gonna do anything else with your turn besides that while I'm looking that up?
If I have my action, I will still punch him, but I don't know if transitioning to a garrote was my action.
I would say so. Still had bonus action movement and such, but
I'll use my movement to try to position myself like away, like between, like make sure she's between me and them so that they have clear shot. But other than that, I'm good.
alrighty. Then it be Frederick's turn. With the Drider on deck and Cat to follow. Frederick?
Hello?
What? Sorry.
Now, no worries. It is your turn, sir.
Are we trying to kill this thing?
I think we just want to
Eat it.
subdue it.
Yeah.
Because isn't
mean, it could
our
be if
Drider's friend?
Yeah, if he's a male and she's a female, that's the start of our new rigging crew.
I cast sleep at 3rd level.
Oh, night, night.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
So 23 plus 11 is 34. I don't think that's going to work. I imagine the other one only worked because the other one was damaged.
Yeah, you feel it wash over them and then just kind of dissolve in the space where they're at. That you're trying to cast it. You can tell that they're much higher than where the other one's much better off than the other one was. They beat on him for 5 rounds and knocked him unconscious. So just say.
All right.
Well,
That's. Do I have any bonus actions? I'm sure that was.
Oh, there we would have died if we didn't jump her like we did.
Spells.
Let's just say it's inside of her. We get +2. So, Dune is right after Frederick.
Yeah, it's her turn. I can't do anything else.
Okay. No bonus action movement or anything?
Nah.
Okay.
so we want to do a little bit of damage. Just a smidge.
Okay. There we go. We'll just call it there. Adune comes up, also trying to grapple. We'll call it. Oh, shit. No. I gotta make even more depth stats than I've already created, I guess. is part of the problem. Because she doesn't quite work entirely like this thing that I've created so far, which is just she's developed with time. Anyways, so was it strength we say?
If you're grappling, you get to choose strength or acrobatics. If you're resisting, it's strength.
She's definitely gonna go for strength in this particular case, but she rolled a 5, and I think they get to roll a strength as well. She gets 1 or 2 of the legs, but not all of them. The rest of them are still free to move. So you can tell that this male Drider is not going anywhere, but had still ability to respond to attacks, basically. And then
And so the arms kind of pop out of the deck for Adune's turn and try to restrain him and his arms or his legs rather, and try to hold him down to the deck, similarly to his companion. And
Feel bad for these guys. I mean, they're clearly taken in by Colt.
Yeah.
man, they are pretty spell heavy.
They're probably going to be great. Make great company, man.
While choking, it just kind of tries to. How is everybody situated right now? Oh, I gotta put another one of them out here. I was not expecting this chain of events, if you can't tell.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we're all standing really close to one another.
So you've pulled.
Yeah.
I was still looking at so many stat blocks. I was bouncing back and forth. So you're technically behind the Drider. You're okay. So we'll save that there. I probably should have had them in there before I asked you guys if you wanted to move, huh? Yeah, next time,
You're
remind me.
I'm away from my computer right now, so it's all theater of mind for me right now. And my phone.
Okay, so it goes for like a chomping bite towards Frederick with a 9 to hit, which I'm guessing does not hit. And then kind of like from his side with his arm, that his more human arm kind of swings around at Cat, who's has legs. Oh no, you're too far away. You're over there. So it takes
Yeah, I
another
jumped
swing
down to grab the plate.
at Frederick, which again I think misses with a 12. So it clangs up against one of your shields. Whereas the bite kind of goes wide or something. So it's trying to while choking. And then it's Cat's turn. With Burrow on deck.
All right, I want to cast Reduce on the creature.
Saving throw?
They have to beat a 17. Constitution.
That was my guess, but
I thought it was 2, but I was like, nah, let me read it again and make sure.
natural 1.
Ah, haha.
5.
The target size is halved in all dimensions, and its weight is reduced to 1/8 its normal size. This reduction decreases its size by 1 category from medium to small.
So from large to medium? Large to...
It's a large creature, it'll go from large to medium, yeah. Until the spell ends, the target also has disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. The target's weapons also shrink to match its new size. While these weapons are reduced, the target's attacks with them deal 1d4 less damage. And if they drop the weapon or any of their items, they go back to their normal size.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if it has any weapons. I'm pretty sure it's just barehanding it right now because it had a sandwich.
It had pulled out a sword as like a bonus action, just to kind of like swing. It's purely instinct right now. Its eyes are bulging out of its head.
Yeah, I mean, like, being interrupted while eating your lunch, you're not really prepared for what we are doing.
Yeah.
Strike team.
So is that it for Cat?
I don't think I have any good bonus actions. Let me double check. And I don't know if I want to get closer to it. Yeah, I don't. That's gonna be it for me.
Alrighty, Rarl.
Holding it down, keeping it down.
Actually,
Rarl.
In the meantime, too.
Yeah, didn't it just shrink in your arms?
Yeah.
I just let out a
Yeah.
large, a loud bagawk and fluttered my wings, and it just got tiny. Well,
you might
smaller.
actually have to
Smaller.
re-roll the garage.
That's fine.
I did make.
Yeah, because it would loosen around their throat.
Mhm.
Alright.
Unless you're holding.
And I have
it.
disadvantage on this check, so
Yeah,
correctly.
I still have a +9, so 18.
Oh, with disadvantage, 16.
Woo!
Yeah.
I kind of let loose like an angry yowl hiss type thing of surprise, like cats do, and retighten the grot.
Dealing another 1 damage, I think it does. I was reading it correctly there. So you just hear another and how much do you weigh?
The turn then.
Do you know how much you weigh?
How much do I weigh?
Mhm.
Let's see. Does it say it on my description? Let me just look up how much tabaxi weigh. 5e.
I feel like they got to be pretty light. They're not like a hefty creature.
107 to 2. Let's see. Height ranges from 114 to 270. So probably somewhere around like 200.
200.
I mean, I'm a full size cat.
I was thinking that that 200 would be like a 6-foot one though. I don't know. I was because you said it's depending upon the height range.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not like Franklin sized. I'm like, let's see. Height ranges from 4'10 to 6'4.
Yep. And you
So
are
somewhere around like 5'6", 5'10", maybe my own personal height.
okay.
So if
now
we're doing entirely off of me, then like 150.
that makes a little bit more sense, I would say.
Frederick is 7'10" and weighs 315 pounds outside of all his armor and gear.
Yeah. That's why I was like 200.
I mean, I'm a skinny little white boy. Rural is a lithe hunter. So I don't know how much like weight they gain from muscle, but I don't think it really matters. We'll just say 150 and call it good.
Okay. You still feel the. I'm gonna do. I don't think he has disadvantage on dexterity currently, so. I'm gonna roll that once just for sake. Yeah, his knees buckle under your weight now, being 1/8 of his normal size. Basically. And,
Easy there, buddy.
He's just like.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go
Was that
to
the-
sleep.
Night, Nate.
Starting the second round
Huh.
for you there. Is that gonna be it?
If that's my action to redo that, yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. Adune also loses the grapple and has to reroll. I think I know what I did here. I did this, and then I did that. Okay, and I think disadvantage still. Roll. Roll.
Rolling.
17. This time, Adune was not able to get a grasp on him, especially, probably presumably just because she's like, what? What? Huh? Huh? What
I got a
happened?
lot going on. It's okay.
You got a lot smaller.
Right? I was surprised.
And then it's Frederick's turn.
So now we're dealing with a small Strider.
Yeah. Probably now, like, small. I mean, definitely smaller than you.
And we still need to knock its health down.
Its
Yes.
health changed because it got smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Did it change? I didn't think it changed its health.
No, it doesn't
Okay.
change its health. It still has its same amount of health. It just changes its size and its strength.
Mhm.
So it is technically weaker.
That was a perfect move.
I kick it.
It's not quite very like a small dog or anything, so you're still kicking like a large dog at this point, basically. Like well, actually, you'd be closer to like a fucking still like lion size.
It's like getting jumped in the subway.
I mean, you can just roll an unarmed strike. I'm explaining because I'm assuming you were expecting it to fly across the room when you kicked it.
that would have been preferred. How much health do we need to knock it down? Are we trying to like knock it unconscious?
We either need to kill it or knock it unconscious, but that still requires us to take its health down to 0.
What?
And this is when Frederick.
As our future
Am I
our
currently
Drider
grappled
army.
or no?
You let go of the grapple because you can choose to let go of it at any time, which I'm assuming is what you did whenever you
Cast spell.
last turn. I forget.
Yeah, I cast sleep person. It didn't work.
Right.
Bonus action to draw my hammer.
Yeah.
And swing it.
Swing, better.
Natural 20.
Damn. That'll hit.
Uh,
And advantage. Double natty?
why did that only roll? All right. What's the difference? 10, so 20.
Yes.
All right. I feel like that should all roll at once. Why did it not?
I don't know.
Weird.
It might
All
just
right.
be because it's that.
Oops. Sorry. Didn't mean to roll that.
You're right. Just aiming for the head, or
Body.
okay. So you knock the wind out of them a little bit, even though they're already still choking. Get a solid.
What? Ooh.
Is that gonna be your turn? Silence means yes.
Unless he's reading, but I would say yes.
He's probably got a lot to read with that weapon to refamiliarize it, if I remember correctly, because it was pretty specialized.
Man, I'm in combat. I can't help you.
I know Demi's all horny and trying to get me to pet her a lot.
Yeah, Mustachio is just on the ground next to my chair, just meowing and meowing and meowing. You've been fed and you've had snacks. You don't need any more.
Hear me, mistress. I'm dying, mistress.
Feed me. My bowl's only half full.
damn, that would have been pretty close. Could you roll me? It's probably as long as you get anything more than a 5 for your strength or athletics. No. Yeah. To continue to hold the grapple, I think it is. He's trying to get out. He's trying to like.
Oh,
prime
against
himself.
me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can do athletics or acrobatics.
I think you have to do well to maintain it. I thought we were doing the strength or something related skill, which would be athletics.
Let me check online.
and it's just like whenever you're setting the grapple in, you could use one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, just the thing would be the way he would try to hold it is by doing like a full body wrap with his like limbs.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
To do it, must succeed a strength, athletics, or. Oh yeah, no, you're right. It's a to escape. It's a strength. Let me roll that then.
Yeah, because at this point, you're no longer trying to like outmaneuver the other person. You're just like
Yep.
holding
Now
on
I'm
to
just
them.
holding on. Ooh, -1. Ooh, a 6.
Just barely hold on by the literal
Jeez.
skin of your teeth as you bite into their shoulder.
Nom
I grip with my claws.
nom nom. Mm.
Then it would be Cat with Varl on deck.
So, can spell effects stack? Can I shrink it?
Double disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh. Is it a concentration spell?
Yes, it is. Okay, never mind.
I mean, if 2 people had it, yeah.
That would be cool. So I can see its face, right?
Uh-huh.
Can I cast Mage Hand, which isn't a concentration spell, to appear inside its mouth and try to like choke it out from inside its own mouth?
It's already currently choking, you can tell. But you can try that.
What should I roll?
I
Arcana.
don't think there is
A dice.
much.
You just roll a
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah, Mage Hand. Well, that's mending.
Yeah, that's. I'm pretty sure though. You're able to do it pretty much without any like thing stopping you. It's basically in this particular case because you just like
So I
have the
just
hand
I cast Mage
materialize.
Hand while still
Yeah.
holding my concentration for the reduce spell, and I just cast the Mage Hand inside of its mouth.
Pretty much.
I guess while it's in there, can just start like playing with its uvula.
Oh no. You feel it start. Specifically rural.
Does our group have a choking fetish?
No. Why would you ask such a thing? That'll
I
be
look
it.
at Cat. I make the connection that of about so many hands on the Adune. I narrow my eyes.
That's what they were talking about, choking the chicken. Anyways.
I can't really do much else, but I do kind of get closer to the creature, and I try to get like make eye contact with it and just bagawk really loudly in intimidation. 19.
Think it has any disadvantage on wisdom currently. 15, so it does like shrink a little bit away from you, especially in its smaller size.
And that'll be it for my turn.
All right, Rural.
I will begin punching it in the face.
Hit the table.
I'm wearing the table.
I am the table.
I am the table. All right, here's my knuckle duster. It's at advantage, right? Because I'm
Yep.
15 to hit.
Does not technically hit, so you're like wailing on it, and you can feel just like the chitinous material of their body under you absorbing the blow, just like.
Ah, you bastard. All right, I'll maintain my grip. I think that'll be it. I'm
All
just
right.
holding on.
When they tries to make another grapple on the thing.
Is it still gagging?
Oh yeah. It's at its third round of being choked currently. It has 2 more before it falls unconscious. You can see its face starting to turn a little blue.
9.
Well, red? What's the 9?
I got a 9 for my contested. Right.
Oh no. Oh, I just assumed you were holding. I didn't think you'd have to contest it again for your particular. You're holding on to the grapple
Oh, got it. Okay.
because you
Sorry.
can choose to let go of it. It's whenever they contest it that you'll have to roll again.
Oh, gotcha.
6. Why did I roll that? Oh, that's a Dune. So, and we're gonna roll a strength at disadvantage. No, yeah, for the grapple. Did not. This time, Adune grabs a hold of, is able to grab a hold of all the legs, so it stops moving, even away from you as it's was shrinking away from you, Cat, and um, going to start moving away. You could tell, but it hadn't been turned, so it couldn't move. But yeah, Adune has the thing fully grappled in place, and it is Frederick's turn.
Right before you rolled, I rolled to see if it would do all 3. And I don't know
Oh,
if you want
nice.
to use that one or
Sure. That 23, right?
yeah.
I'm
So
looking at
it would be 17 for 2-handed.
Ah, okay. Um, 17. Definitely hits. You can feel the chitin under your second blow start to kind of crack, just as it again losing even more of its breath. Is that all you got?
Uh, yes.
Okay. Well, then it would be Cat's turn.
Again? This is the quickest
Oh
combat.
wait, it's its turn. I missed it. Because it's going to try. It's like eyes are starting to bulge out of its head, especially after that attack, last attack, and it's going to try valiantly to throw Rarl off and take the grot off.
So
While it's choking and having its uvula flicked.
so we're pretty close. It seems like we're kicking this thing's ass, but I don't know if we're. How much longer is the scope going to take? Because I need to go to bed.
You've got minutes, I promise.
All right.
So, 17 against your strength check there, Rarl.
Oh no, that's gonna be even at disadvantage. Damn.
Yeah, the 17 and 22.
10. It's gonna get out.
It throws you off and is still held by Adune though, because it's grappled twice. And immediately sucks in air. I lied. I'm sorry. I promised. I promised too soon.
Oh!
You bastard!
No!
Because I was going to speed it up to. I was going to say the beginning of next round, it was going to fall unconscious, especially after being hit, because your 2 hits would have knocked more air out of it, Frederick. And it would have taken 5 rounds, so we would have been at top of the order with 4 rounds, and it would have fell unconscious right then. So it just starts gasping for air. And what is this? I don't think that's and most of these are not going to be that effective at this point, anyways. So, yeah, did a quick thing there, and it's used its action to get out of that. So, it's gonna be Cat's turn.
It still has the mage hand in its mouth.
Oh shit! Never mind.
Yeah, is that?
That's right. I forgot about
Yes, Mage Hand saves the day.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say, wouldn't it just have like disadvantage on everything because it's trying to avoid throwing up, or maybe it is just throwing up. Maybe it's just accepting it and vomiting all over Rarlston.
I was gonna say
in
it's
front of
still
him.
choking.
It would be vomiting on Frederick, but
Yes.
I don't think it can currently because the vomit's not more than 5 pounds, and it's currently holding it under. Like if it's choking it, it's physically holding the vomit inside of the creature currently.
We're not bad
You're-
guys at all. We're the good guys.
We're good guys.
Physically
We're just
choking on its
Choke on your own
vomit.
vomit.
Yeah.
We're anti-heroes.
We don't.
So
have
you're gonna
problems.
do anything with your turn, Cat, before this thing passes out?
No. I'm just gonna keep using the mage hand and holding my concentration for reduce, and then
Okay.
just gonna keep fucking with it.
All right. So as you're holding that and you're just kind of like willing it to hold the vomit down, you see they're already kind of bluish in the face, so you see it turn like violet and then fall over.
It's fine.
Well, its top half fall over, like because its bottom half is still being held in place by Adune. Kind of like limply falls back on its own torso. It's like combat's over.
Aha!
Get it, guys. I high five everyone.
Want to leave another unconscious Drider in your,
We have a breeding pair. That's all I'm hearing.
or do you want to throw it into the brig real quick before the next session so you don't have to worry about it?
No,
We'll throw it into the brig.
I think that might be a bad idea because we got the girl on our side, but this one we just beat the shit out of.
That's true. We needed a second brig.
Who else isn't here?
Dune says that. Well, there's at least 2 other rooms, and one of the rooms has a bath chamber in it. So
The one without the bath
3.
chamber.
Okay, that's this
Zeph's
one
room?
back here. Yep, it was Zeph's room.
I'm gonna cast floating disc underneath of it to try to prop it up. I'll drop my concentration.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you do that, it sizes back up to its normal size, and you cast the floating disc under it.
Yep, and then I just walk into the room and the disc will follow me.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
And yeah, Adune probably realizes already what's going on and moves the door handle off of the door and closes it up and puts some bars on it.
Yep, and please secure the prisoner.
Oh, yep, and then locks it down with the wooden cuffs around all of its arms and legs.
Should we leave it a little meat paste and a little water and call it a night?
I think so. Guys, we should definitely be contract killers. We're really good at this.
Hopefully they'll enjoy being part of the crew. Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all. These guys won't, but their kids will be indoctrinated.
So we're
Tap you
stealing
on
them
the
from
fore-
one cult so that we can start our own cult.
I tap you on the forehead. Yes, that's called capitalism, and it's not stealing them. It's how do you say, acquiring their talents,
Liberating.
liberating. Yeah, we're the good guys.
The good guy.
Freedom.
I know, I just hear that and all I think is democracy for democracy.
Shit. It was definitely interesting session, y'all.
I
A lot of
mean,
talking, a lot of choking.
yeah. It went from just hanging out to open portal, oh god, grab, begin beating.
Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you maybe next week. I don't know.
Well.
I'll get to my schedule.
We'll be here, hopefully.
Yep.
Bye.
Have a good
Good
night,
having
man.
you. Night.
Good night.
Night. Were you planning on making it out here for Eurythmic? I couldn't remember.
Say that again.
A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.